Jackson, Richardson, Thomas, Alfred, Talou. This was perhaps the most epic 200-meter race of all time, and its results changed track and field forever. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. And you do that, hit the notification bell so you know the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts after this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, ready? Yep, good to go. Well, it was World Championships 2023 held in Budapest, the finals of the women's 200 meters. All eyes were on CARRI Richardson, Marie-Justine Talou, SHERICKA Jackson, GABBY Thomas, and Julien Alfred. The four fastest women over the 200 meters for the 2023 season lined up in one event. As they settled into their blocks, there was a hush across the entire stadium.
Women's 200 final away.
But the build-up and drama had started from even before this. We had seen SHERICKA Jackson take on CARRI Richardson and the five-time world champion in women's 100 meters, Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, in the finals at the same World Championships event, this time in the women's 100 meters.
Start. They're away first time. Can Shelly and Fraser-Pryce deliver? She's got a good start, but watch SHERICKA Jackson. SHERICKA Jackson, is she just going to do it? Oh, on the near side, right at the end. And we're getting ready to write the script for Fraser-Pryce. But from
when the smoke cleared, there was a new world champion. It was United States' CARRI Richardson. Richardson had entered the fray, declaring herself one of the greatest sprinters all time. Now, throughout the 2023 season, on every occasion that CARRI Richardson had clashed with SHERICKA Jackson of Jamaica over the 100 meters, it was Richardson who came out on top. So the questions were immediately asked. Would CARRI Richardson be able to defeat SHERICKA Jackson in this upcoming 200 meters? Now that they both had the same personal best over the 100 meters of 10.65. Richardson looked supreme, running in Heat 2, her very first foray into the 200 meters at the Budapest World Championships, winning in a time of 22.16 and looked smooth doing so. Then, of course, there was Gabby Thomas with her 21.60 win at the USA National Championships. Gabby Thomas was definitely going to be a factor in the women's 200 meters. And in her semi-final at the same event was so smooth, she looked like a true threat to SHERICKA Jackson. Gabby Thomas won her semi-final in a time of 21.97 and looked so impressive doing this.
Tonalia White there, Asher Smith leading. Now Gabby Thomas coming into her running. When she's in full flow, she's absolutely irresistible to watch, the American. Now she begins to pull away. Brilliant from Gabby Thomas. Asher Smith.
Now available, Peter Lloyd World t-shirts with "Yep, good to go" and "Bless up" on the highest quality t-shirts. You can get long sleeve, short sleeve, any size and or color you choose. We have them cut for women and for men. So if you want to support the channel, keep us glowing, keep us growing, keep the best in sports happening, get your Peter Lloyd World t-shirt, because you Royals are truly the best. Then, of course, there was Julien Alfred. The St. Lucian had been virtually unbeaten for the entire 2023 season and commanded the third fastest time coming into this event over the 200-meter distance for the entire 2023 season. In her semi-final, she was spectacular, winning with a time of 22.17.
Onto the shoulder of Strawn, but what a run from Daryl Neater, leading out in lane 8. This is a fantastic performance. Alfred coming through. She might take it on the line, the St. Lucian. Alfred from...
So the stage was set. Alfred versus Jackson versus Thomas versus Richardson. And what was even more epic, in my humble opinion, about this particular race was it was a changing of the guards. These were all youngsters, the next gen of superstar female sprinters, all not quite yet at their prime, but slowly getting there, all in their 20s. This was going to be incredible. So, could Richardson surprise and once again defeat Jackson? Could Gabby Thomas lower her PB of 21.60 to take the win? Could Julien Alfred surprise? And most importantly, could SHERICKA Jackson of Jamaica break the 34-year-old 200-meter world record set by Florence Griffith Joyner? Was that even a slight possibility?
Women's 200 final away. SHERICKA Jackson, CARRI Richardson on the outside has already been passed. Here comes the world champion Jackson.
SHERICKA Jackson into the home straight. She has put her stamp on this event. She's going to go back-to-back for Jamaica, the first since Marlene Honey, and she crosses in 21:41.
SHERICKA Jackson had won, but she didn't just win. She shattered expectations, destroyed hopes, and completely dominated. After the first 30 to 40 minutes, she was pretty much up on the entire field, and by that last 100-meter mark, as you could see, no one could catch her. But what was even more tantalizing was something else that we had not even thought about. We had dreamt of, we had hoped for, but she proved that FloJo's record could and would eventually go. You see, if you take a look at these pictures, which were at the end of this phenomenal, world-changing run by SHERICKA Jackson, you can see what 21.41 means. Look at CARRI Richardson's shock. Then look at Gabby Thomas's utter disbelief. Jackson proved she was the real deal. Jackson proved that a world record that we thought was unattainable. In fact, some people have even questioned its legitimacy because of how impossible it seemed. A record set in 1988 that seemed unattainable. She proved it was attainable because technically had the win been just a little more people, she would have broken the world record. So why do I think that this epic 200 meters changed track and field forever? Here's why. First up, it was the first official clash of the youngsters, the next generation of great female athletes. CARRI Richardson is undoubtedly incredible. Gabby Thomas, incredible. Julien Alfred, rising superstar. SHERICKA Jackson, no question. It was the first time we have seen all four of these incredible athletes over 200 meters. This is a new norm. These four women will dominate for the next 5 at least years in women's track and field. The other reason why it was a mind-altering, world-changing event in terms of track and field is that we knew unequivocally that this record that we thought couldn't fall would fall. We realized unequivocally that SHERICKA Jackson had technically broken this record. Had the win, as I said, been just a +1, plus 1.5, we would be talking about the new world record. And the final thing was this. The way that SHERICKA Jackson dominated a field of unimaginable talent. Unimaginable talent. Put SHERICKA Jackson in an entire class on her own. In fact, at this point in history, the only person better would have been Florence Griffith Joyner, aka FloJo. For her to be able to dominate athletes of the caliber of a CARRI Richardson, JULIEN Alfred, GABBY Thomas in such an incredible way. I mean, within the first 100 meters, people, she was ahead of the entire field by 1.5 meters to 2 to 3 meters. And she just continued to stretch. I do believe that this epic race changed track and field forever for these 3 reasons. I would love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, kings and queens. Bless up!